Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling sports betting odds
Right.
and looking at how they're maybe not quite what they seem on the surface.
Exactly. We've got this article, and it really lays out how betting providers, well, they strategically craft these numbers.
Yeah, so our goal here is to understand that these odds aren't just, pure math or probability.
hmm
They're also psychological tools. Tools designed to influence how you bet and, crucially, to protect the sportsbook.
Yeah, that protection part is key. I think most people, when they see odds, they just assume it's a straightforward reflection of, say, team stats or likelihood to win.
But the source we're looking at says, well, that's not the whole story. It's more complex.
Definitely. Sportsbooks, they've got these two main aims, right?
Go on.
First, obviously, making sure they turn a profit no matter who actually wins the game. Financial self-interest.
Standard business practice, sure.
And second, they're actively trying to steer betting behavior. Your behavior.
Okay, so how do they do that? How do the odds actually get set and change?
Well, the process is fascinating. The opening odds, they're often grounded in data. Player stats, injuries, maybe even the weather.
The usual stuff you'd expect.
Right. But then things start moving. And the key point from our source is that the odds shift primarily because of where the money is going.
Not necessarily because something fundamental changed about the game itself, like a star player suddenly getting injured midweek.
That can play a part, sure, but a major driver is just the volume of bets on each side.
Okay, let's unpack that. So if loads of people bet on, say, the home team.
Then the sportsbook will likely shorten the odds on them, meaning a smaller potential payout if they win. And at the same time, they'll probably lengthen the odds, make them more attractive on the away team.
So they're trying to entice people to bet on the other side to balance things out?
Precisely. It's all about balancing their liabilities. They don't want too much exposure on one outcome. If everyone bets on Team A and Team A wins, the sportsbook could lose big.
So by adjusting odds, they encourage money onto Team B, spreading their risk.
It's risk management 101 for them. It's not just about reflecting the true probability anymore. It's about protecting their bottom line.
And this is where the psychology really kicks in, isn't it?
Absolutely. The article suggests that sometimes you might see surprisingly generous odds on a really popular team.
Yeah, you think, wow, that's easy money.
Right. But it could be a tactic, maybe to lure in casual bettors, or perhaps it even signals the bookmaker isn't as confident as the public is.
Or it tells you where they want your money to go. They make the other side look less appealing, perhaps.
It flips the script on how we usually interpret odds, doesn't it? We see them as objective information.
But they could be a form of, well, persuasion, nudging us.
And then there's the idea of personalized odds, which takes it a step further.
Okay, tell me about that.
The suggestion is that algorithms could be tracking your personal betting history, your habits,
Uh-oh.
and then subtly adjusting the odds you see on your app or website.
To tempt me into bets I wouldn't normally consider, maybe push a slightly riskier parlay.
Potentially. It's a powerful level of, tailored influence.
Wow. And think about in-play betting, live betting during the game. Things change so fast.
They do. And our source points out a crucial detail. That tiny delay, the slight lag between the live action unfolding and the odds updating on your screen.
That gives the provider an edge.
It gives them a moment to react, to adjust odds based on what just happened, maybe fractions of a second before you can even place your bet.
And those flash bets that pop up. Special offers during the game.
The article frames them less as random opportunities and more as precision-engineered prompts.
Designed to capitalize on the heat of the moment, maybe?
That seems to be the implication, using psychology and timing.
So the big picture here, the core message for anyone listening who bets.
It's that you're not just pitting your sports knowledge against other bettors.
No, you're interacting with a very sophisticated system, a system designed fundamentally to profit from collective betting behavior. It understands biases.
Exactly. These odds are more than numbers. They embody strategy, psychology,
and, frankly, a power dynamic between the individual bettor and the bookmaker.
So the call to action is pretty clear.
Be critical.
Yes. Analyze the odds. Ask yourself why they are what they are before you bet. Think about the motivation behind them.
Right. So, wrapping up, betting odds aren't just about who's likely to win. They're a complex, strategic layer built to influence your choices and protect the house.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe something for you to consider. If these seemingly objective numbers in sports betting can subtly guide us, where else might we encounter systems, platforms, algorithms, information streams that appear neutral, but could actually be shaping our views and decisions without us fully realizing it.